What up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with awesome interview. I think this is the first one I'm going to be doing with three-fourths of the band, which is awesome. And we're here with none other than Deeper, which is a really sick. I guess post-punk is like a really shitty term, like in general, but especially for you guys, because it does not encapsulate the stuff you guys do at all. So let's
Well,
just
this is
do
already
good
starting off
band.
as a better interview than most.
Oh my gosh, you nailed it.
Yeah. Thank
Got
you.
it. It's what because we have post punk includes Viagra Boys. I think Swans they put under post punk and you guys.
Mhm.
Like what the hell? And
It's
they're
just
all
You're
incredible bands,
that's
but
all.
It's just the three of us.
you were the only ones. We were recently called the Kenny G of post punk on a Reddit forum, so I guess if
that's
that's any
crazy.
indication that we're not very post punk, I
Yeah,
don't know what
yeah.
is.
Thanks to all of our friends for sending us that. Thanks to everyone I know for sending me that thread. Stop browsing Reddit. Get out
Yeah, Reddit has the like, best takes, so I'm not gonna lie.
of
Like
there.
it's
There's
so
some really good
funny.
stuff on there. Yeah.
And then you have like batshit insane people who have jumped off the edge. Like I love
Kevin's one
Reddit.
of those people, I think. I'm not really sure what his screen name is, but I keep on finding stuff that sounds more and more like him as I read it out
Do
loud.
you think I actually post on Reddit?
I'm just kidding.
I just want to know where your head's
Who do you
at.
think posted the Kenny G post punk?
That's actually it actually does sound like me. Yeah.
Okay, well the first thing actually let's go to the subway or the sub thing again, right? So
Okay.
if our contenders are Subway, Firehouse, and then a local Italian deli, which one are you going for?
I love
Uh,
Italian deli.
yeah, Bari.
Ooh,
Uh,
Bari.
yeah, I actually have an aversion to Subway. I got robbed at gunpoint when I worked at a Subway, so
Dude,
that
what?
one's bottom of the list. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if I've ever told this in an interview.
Sandwich doesn't hit quite the same.
Yeah, so when I was 19, I was working at a Subway, and a guy came in with like his jacket over his shoulder. And I came out from the back, and like when I got hired, well, everyone was supposed to like say like, "Hi, welcome to Subway," when people walked in. So I came out from the back and I was like, "Hi, welcome to Subway." And he like went straight to the register, and which is totally normal because people would just buy like chips or cookies or drinks or whatever.
Mhm.
And then he like pulls the jacket off of his shoulder and he's like, "Give me all the money from the register." And he has like a jacket draped over it. And I thought he was joking. So I just like laughed. And then he like pulled the jacket off and was like, "No, give me the fucking money." And so yeah, so then it's funny like what you think you would do in these situations because I was like no problem. And I like my hand started twitching so badly that I kept fucking up the code to like open the drawer. So I fucked up once, fucked up twice, and then just like held my breath and like punched in the code and like gave the guy the like $150, and then he like ran out. And they caught him the next day because he lived in the strip mall. He lived in the apartments next to the strip mall. So
Do you think it threw him off at all when you were like, "Hi, welcome to Subway"? Like, do you think you think like he was gonna walk in there, he's gonna be terrified, and you were like, you're like, "Hi, buddy, how are you?"
yeah, it, like totally
Hey,
throws him off.
champ. Hey,
Yeah.
champ, want a Sammy? And he's like, no.
What kind of bread do you want?
I baked up this fresh Asiago loaf for you. Looks like you're mighty hungry.
Oh my god. That story gets better every time you tell it.
It's just funnier every time. I've heard it like 15 times at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know that's so funny because with I guess hard rock musicians and like metal musicians, like all the like my mom's middle aged, right? So all the middle aged moms are like, that is the devil. That must be the devil. This is the devil's work. And won't even go close to it. Like I don't think she's ever listened to a single droplet of punk, like at all.
Mhm.
It's completely out. But then when you meet the people, they're like the absolute nicest people. Like Chet Zar, who does like scary fucking monster paintings.
Mhm.
but he's like a he's a normal dude in LA with a cute little doggy.
Yeah.
So
Oh
it's
yeah.
always so funny to me.
I was just talking to our friend Jason, who plays in the band Dead. I was talking to him about this last night, and he was like, "Yeah, metal people are the nicest." He's like, "It's the hardcore people you have to look out for." He's like, "That's the only exception."
Really, the indie rockers are the ones you need to look out for. Bunch
Yeah,
of
those are
pieces
the
of
meanest.
shit.
Yeah, it's people who play like it's people who play like glossy indie pop who are the meanest musicians of all. Those
Coked out and angry.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard about the Wilbur Soot thing?
Wilbur
No.
Soot.
Yeah, he's like a streamer, and he started a indie band called Lovejoy, right? And they got super popular, and then he got outed for like fucking biting his girlfriend multiple times, like every single day.
Whoa.
Wes, like, dude, the indie people are crazy. I thought the hardcore people were rad.
What kind of bite are we talking about? Like he's
I
like
don't
taking like a chunk out of her, or like that's like his like
It's
way of like.
crazy.
So, we don't have to get into this, but
That's his affection
I
right
don't
there.
think
It's
that's
like
the
taking a bite.
question, Nick.
trying to think if I've ever bit my wife before. It's like,
I mean, I
You
oh,
hope
sorry,
not.
I'm added.
Yeah, I was about to say, Nick's trying to qualify this because he's like, "Well, I'm biting Natalie, so I'm just trying
I'm
to."
biting her all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, and even the hardcore people. Like, I've met some really shitty hardcore like dirtbags,
Mhm.
like who gatekeep. I don't know. Again, like gatekeeping is still insane. Like the fact that you'll find a really good small band like Deeper, and then
Mhm.
just not tell any of your friends and
Mhm.
keep it to yourself.
Please tell your friends.
Don't
Hey,
gate
I gotta come
us.
to Atlanta, dude.
We do. We come to Atlanta.
We love
We,
Atlanta.
we we've been there.
Where have y'all played?
Uh, the Earl.
The Earl. Dude,
Hey,
I
Earl.
I got beef with the Earl because every show is 21 plus and they always get the best shows. Like
Yeah.
Juju's also coming there in August, and I can't go because it's 21 plus. But
Maybe you could just ask the server or something like that to let you in.
Yeah,
Can you
if
not
you
eat, can you not eat at the bar either?
I mean, I don't know. I have PTSD from that because once I ate at a bar and I got yelled at. So we were at Taqueria Tsunami and like I refused to sit at the bar because I'm just scared out of my mind that I'm gonna get yelled at again.
Well, I just mean like there's like the restaurant in the front. Like I wonder if they I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
just chilling to the
Or
music outside.
sneak in through the back. I don't know.
Yeah, one of
what
these
was
days I
the
gotta try that.
what was the place we played that's right down the street from the Earl?
529.
529.
Oh yeah,
That
that's a
You
place
can
cool
watch.
joint.
Yeah.
that place we had a fun show there as well. There was someone who tore their ACL at our show.
Yeah.
In the pit.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they're in the pit and they tore their ACL.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real casualty.
And I know how
She was
bad that
like she was
is.
like hyped about it though. She was like sending us like a message the next day. It was like, I tore my ACL. It's like, oh, sorry, but I don't know. You don't seem that phased.
If you get hurt in a pit, it's just all the better, honestly. Like if I'm going into a pit, I kind of want like a scar or a tattoo or a reminder. Same with like the hearing damage. I'm just reminded every second. I'm constantly, damn, that show on Friday was a really good show.
You're
So
you're
I mean,
sick. You're sick in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired of getting hurt. We're too old.
yeah, I mean, probably at that age, like I hear the horror stories. There's also a 50-year-old dad who works at my scouting place, and he's gone to all the craziest like moshes like Guar. He got punched by the frontman of Guar in like the 90s. And he was just telling me now he doesn't even go to any more concerts. Like, damn, that no way the reality gets that dark that fast.
Nah,
That's
he's a
scary.
poser. He's a total poser.
Damn, I'm
You
gonna call
can't-
him out
you
on
can- Yeah, call him a poser.
that. Okay, well, here I have it. I have some questions written down on my napkin. And let's see. Oh, here's a cool one. What kind of band do you guys want to end up being later? Because you guys are pretty relatively new, like in the scene. So is there like a certain vision that you want to have for the future or
Yeah, it's Guar.
I
I
love
mean, that
that
wouldn't be
picture
a
so
bad
much.
place. Yeah.
The next Guar like reincarnation. That'd be pretty cool, honestly.
uh, I don't know. Does anyone else want to answer this first? I just kind of I want to be I want to make a few records that um people still remember uh 20 years from now. And yeah, it'd be nice if people acknowledged it, in the process of us making it
Mhm.
as well. But you know, I think everything everything that most bands do is like so fleeting. Whether it's like for like the I don't know, the like praise from like critics or like money that you might get or even like friendships or like social status or whatever that you might
Mhm.
gain from like making art or being in a band that I want to do like the other thing, which is have something that like you can I don't know, enjoy that you did and look back fondly on.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that I think yeah, I go. That's just one.
Dude, sick.
Yeah. I think that's great. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like Pavement would be cool. It seems like they still enjoy playing
Oh
music.
yeah. Pavement are awesome.
Um, I think Kevin's right though. I mean, honestly, just like if you can have longevity in music, that's like all you can really ask for.
Mhm.
And maybe just like hopefully not hate these guys in like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years.
That's always the
20
scariest
years, I
thing.
don't know. I don't know.
20,
But like
20 years
being
is a
like what
long time.
Duster, is like they were like not a big band at all when they put out like, you know, their first record or any of their music really until like the past like 5, 10 years they've gotten massive. And I mean that's pretty sick, but like that would, I don't know, I don't want to wait until we're like in our 50s to call each other up and have to get back on the road and like play the songs that we made when we were in our late 20s and stuff. That would maybe not be the funnest thing,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
would still be totally happy with that. I don't know.
Our friends released a record on a label that will not be named, and the head of the label was like, "Oh my gosh, like I think collectors are just gonna love this record in like 20 years." And they were like, "Damn, we want people to like us now, not in like 20 years, you know." So yeah, I think that would be great to be actually recognized like in the moment, you know. And I think coming back to what Kev was saying, like yeah, have some record that people like look back on fondly would be great. But also it's like everything is like extra disposable now, you know. It's like our record is like 6 months old, 7 months old, and it's like just the streaming makes everything like much more disposable, and just kind of like everything is just like having its moment, like kind of being pushed and then falls to the wayside. And I think at least over the pandemic, our record Auto Pain like had a little bit longer shelf life than a lot of records do. Not ours, but just like people more generally, like people just want to tell us how much they like that record. So I think that's at least nice that like some of our records are lasting longer than a 6 month window or something in people's minds. So yeah.
For sure. And like the dedicated fan base is also something that's always cool to see because like some of the bigger bands I've spoke to, again, who will not be named, don't usually get that the view count, like I'll be interviewing a massive band and they won't have that same status because at the end it's just fans. Like
Mhm.
if you the fans, like you guys have really dedicated fans. And so if there are dedicated fans, then you're kind of like guaranteed at least a little bit of longevity. And again, I think I agree with you, Nick, about the playing the songs you wrote in your 20s and your 50s. Like I was there's a little bit of like a part of me that thinks that that's cool because there'll be like kids who are my age when you're in your 50s going to going to your shows and then finding out and like they want to hear the old songs. But at the same time, I think the evolution of a band is super important, like
Yeah.
even if you're not what like even if you're a shell of what you are in the beginning, like I consider Swans that like not post or what's the word, punk, crazy loud. they're still crazy loud, but not like the craziness that they were before. And they've kind of mellowed out, but they've created this whole other thing using the shell of their past, which I think that's sick, honestly.
Yeah. I think like Lee Ronaldo does a really good job of that, where
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm sure he plays like old Sonic Youth songs during his solo sets, but he also does tons of like improvised sets with other musicians. Like that's something we've been doing that a little bit more with some friends in Chicago, um, playing in this other band, just like doing a lot of improvised noise music and stuff at like smaller shows and stuff. And just like being able to have the kind of opening up yourself to the community and shit like that has been really something that like I think a lot of us have missed. I know this is kind of like totally separate from the thing you were asking, but like that's one thing that I feel like during like the whole like COVID outbreak and stuff, and when everybody's kind of like sheltered in place and stuff, a lot of us I feel like came out of there and we were like, oh, we only really have our like small core of people, and I feel like that's something that's changing a lot right now, at least what I've been seeing in like our city in Chicago and stuff, which is getting me really inspired and excited. So I'm ready to see what happens. I mean, like, we're writing more deeper music right now and stuff, but like just feeling inspired to play music in general. So if we can keep that going for a long period of time, that's kind of cool too,
Mhm.
So
And yeah, and I would love to see some crazy like improv stuff. Like again, I think all the Sonic Youth people in general are just really good at that. Like I love watching the improvised sets, but also I don't listen to jam bands, but Jimmy Herring of Widespread Panic, um, who you'll be seeing on the pod in September, but uh, he is like insane, like ridiculously good at guitar when he's not like when he's the focus. And that's what I've noticed with a lot of these unassuming bands. It's you'll have like incredible improv people, but as a group, I feel like I don't know, like a John Dwyer style improv album would just be insane, you know?
yeah.
Full
I'm
brass
I'm I'm
section.
curious how much of that is improv in the studio though, It's like I'm sure there's a little bit of that.
That's the
Yeah.
interesting part too. Like when I improv, it'll definitely be I'll be thinking of what I've done in rehearsal and then, bring some of that up. But then sometimes I'm just scared, like really scared at like can't think at all. And you come up with something new and sometimes it's shitty, but it is what it is.
You
Yeah.
gotta make you
It's
gotta make bad shit too, man. That's the best way of learning how to make good stuff.
also, yeah, and being scared is like the thrill of it, right? It's like if you're not like a little
Yeah.
scared while you're in the moment of it, then then you're probably on the road to like feeling nothing or whatever. If you're
Mhm.
just like you're just like if you're improvising or if you're like playing with new people or playing, something and you're just like what's expected of you and you know exactly what the parts are and stuff. That sounds like you're gonna like bore yourself pretty quickly. Being a little scared is the
Mhm.
best way to, I don't know, make a mistake that actually sounds cool or like, whatever. And
Well, it's nice to hear the reassurance for sure.
that stuff is the fun stuff. Yeah. It's yeah. And then listening back and thinking you played this like terrible part and you listen back to some improvisable session and you're like, actually that was where it was. That was the moment, you know.
Drew, you got a thought on this or?
No, I think they kind of nailed it.
Yeah, and then I guess pushing off of that, I think today was the day that Radiohead announced their not Radiohead, Tom York announced his like symphony, I don't know, like soundtrack for a movie. And then
Mhm.
it's also Earth Day and it's Passover. So I'm gonna do some questions on those. So for Tom York's symphony thing, that brings me to symphonies, right? And band, like as in school band. So has there been a thought of just bringing in like a middle school band or a middle school orchestra or high school or whatever, just like a massive, crazy cacophony of sounds and noises from like players that really aren't that good? Because that seems like an awesome source of inspiration.
Are you trying to get a job?
Dude, I've been pitching it for a while now to like every artist. Dude, I play violin, take me gladly.
I was in orchestra when I was in middle school. I played upright bass,
Oh,
and
sick.
I got I got kicked out though.
Why?
I don't really want to get into it,
Oh.
but let's just say I got kicked out. But I was pretty good, you know. So there's that. But I traded my upright bass for a Fender Super Reverb, 4x8
Oh, sick.
I thought that's
or
that's
4x10.
like the Batman guitar. That's not what you
No,
got. The Batman.
no,
guitar?
I got the Batman. I got a Batman bass with flames on it when I was like in 6th grade because I was like begging my dad to like buy me a bass and like a bass guitar, and
Mhm.
it was like I saw it and it was like one of those things where it's like I don't know, you're close to this age, so you might know what I'm talking about. It's like when there's like this like age where you're still like kind of like I don't know. I don't want this to seem rude, but it's like, it's like when you're going from like 5th grade to like 6th grade,
Mhm.
it's like that like year and then going to 7th grade. There's so much you just mentally change really quickly at that
For
time.
sure.
And it's like me going from like being obsessed with like Black Sabbath or something like that to then liking, I don't know, Wilco or something like that, or something a little bit different, maybe. Like so like at that point, that like 2 months earlier, I was really obsessed with like a black, like I don't know, heavy metal or something like that. So the Batman bass with flames seemed cool. But the second I got it, I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. This is like the one chance I was gonna get like a bass. And then like I dropped it and I cracked like part of the wing, so I couldn't like return it. So I was just like stuck with it for years. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
I
know.
do know that feeling, but for me, it's with concerts because my mom gets not happy when I go to like too many, and we're on a budget, you know. So I think it was like four is a good number. So in January, or not even January, it was like September, I picked out four concerts for this year, and then of course, like Tool had to announce a US run, so I was like, well, I have to go see Tool. So then there goes one concert, and then what Swans said they were gonna come, so then I finagled a free ticket to Swans. So then we're okay still. But then Shaky Knees said that are gonna come, and I have to see Queens of the Stone Age. So there goes
Oh, yeah.
another concert, and so I've been just like with playing cards, just switch it like Pokemon, switching out my cards every single goddamn month. But I do know that feeling, yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, orchestra. If we're ever recording in Atlanta, we'll get you in on some stuff.
Dude,
You
hit
can
me
do
up
some like John Cale type of shit.
I
for
think one of the
sure.
coolest. I was interning at a studio in Chicago when I was like 20 or 21 or something, and one of the coolest things that like I captured when I was there. Well, I guess it was just the intern in the studio. I wasn't really capturing anything. But I was setting up the mics. There was like a quartet that came in, and they were gonna do this little part for this pre-chorus or whatever to some like kind of folky emo song or whatever. And they were just like tuning up and like warming up for like 15 minutes, you know?
Mhm.
And it was like all four of them. There was like four mics and then an omni mic and stuff. And when they were just like warming up, we were like a minute in, and I was like, "You just got to hit record on this." And like we played it back, and it was like way cooler than whatever folky emo song we were about to record. It was really sick. We like slapped a little reverb on it, and it just sounded really cool. So yeah, that stuff is yeah, that's the
That's
next.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my annoying younger brother is coming into our room when he knows I'm in an interview. Go away. What? Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. Oh
That's
my
why
God.
he knows that I do these interviews, so he likes to go up the stairs to my basement and just run up and down and up and down.
Uh-huh.
The total younger brother
I,
that he is.
I did some shit ass things like that when I was a younger brother.
Yeah, that takes me back.
I do the
100%.
same.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you asked one question about middle school orchestras. What were the other two things you were gonna
Oh
ask us
yeah,
about?
thank you. Yeah, so Earth Day, right? Which brings me to the band Earth. It did, and this is like totally random, but I love Earth. And like, do you guys listen to Earth? Do you listen to that kind of that brand of
Like
super
metal?
slow drone?
Yeah.
I never went deep,
I
but
sorry.
but I like it.
Mm.
I never went super deep.
Yeah, yeah. If you just like listen to it while doing random stuff, like I'll put on like a random sorted playlist while I think what's I'm playing Zelda, and then it's just like it's so cool. I love it and super like annoying in the sense that it's just saying the same pattern over and over again, but it gets you into that groove, I think.
Man,
Yeah, I've
I'm
never really listened to Earth. I've listened to Sleep a bunch, which I
Oh,
feel
I
like is kind of
love
the same
Sleep.
vein. Yeah.
yeah.
Matt Pike, if you're seeing this, I've been dude, he said he's so hard to get in contact with. Like I never thought that Sleep would be the hardest band to get in contact with. Because I've been emailing, like, they're with Third Man Records. So I've been emailing Third Man like every other day. And then Southern Lord Recordings, they have like some connection, I'm sure. So I've been trying to go through them, and I haven't even gotten a response. So Matt Pike, if you're seeing this, please hit me up. It's been taking too long.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
gotta
come on, Matt.
make the email and be like, say that, yeah, I'm Jai's manager, and you know, and just like make up some fake numbers and
That's what I put for what's it? I was like randomly one day I looked up the producer of Tool, and
Mhm.
his name's David Bottrill, and his website was unblocked on my school computer. So like he had a contact form, and one of the slots was like your job and occupation. So I put manager of J Interviews Incorporated, and I made up random shit, and I got a response 2 days ago saying he'd love to do the interview. So I
So
mean, this it
it's not
works.
wrong, you know.
you
It's
are the
really
manager.
not.
You're
You
not
are
lying.
yeah.
You are the manager. Yeah.
Manager, founder, co-owner, I'm everything, dude.
Yeah.
CEO,
Multi-hyphenate.
editor.
And
Yeah,
Jake,
editor too.
you need to there's a burger spot in Chicago that I think you'd probably like.
Oh, I love burgers.
They have a sleep themed burger
Dude,
for Thanksgiving.
I got my
Oh,
pencil.
Kuma's.
Yeah, Kuma's Corner.
I had no idea where you were going with
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me either. It's like
that. You're like, hey, you like burgers? Is that where?
you should go to Reggie's.
What are you talking about?
Reggie's.
No, I'm just
And
kidding. Don't go to Reggie's.
and then here, if you guys are in Atlanta, there's a joint, there's two. There's one called Reyes. I don't even know how to spell it. And it's like some random immigrant dude, and it looks super sketchy because every single one says best burger in town. So it looks not real at all, but it's like the best burgers. And then Moxie Burger is like bomb.
Okay.
So next time y'all are in town, I'll take you there, dude.
Yes, please.
But here, I'm gonna give like a super loaded question now, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sweet. And I guess since there are three of you guys, we could do this because three is like the magic number for this question. So we could do maybe like an answer each, which the question is in terms of categories, you have to give me like shit, how do I explain this? Things in every category that could change someone's life. So songwriter, for example, songwriter, like a book you really liked and a time period of your life or something, and just a little like explain that a little bit. And it could be for the better, like your life really got better, or it could be for the worse. But I'm not sure how y'all want to do this one, but
Wait, can you say it again? The three?
whatever you want,
What are the three then?
whatever. Like it's,
So
I mean,
three things that have changed or my life for the
Okay,
better or for worse for
Okay, but it doesn't have
songwriting.
to be like okay.
no,
got
yeah, sorry, it's my bad.
But you're saying each of us take one, right?
Sure. Honestly, I don't know. I've never really done this with three members, so I don't know how to divvy this up. I don't care.
But for songwriting in particular.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. This is
Oh,
my cute
little
little dog.
doggy.
Yeah, I got my other one right here. My little
Is he out? He or she out?
Jalen.
she's just chilling.
uh,
This is Sweet Pea.
mm,
Dogs, my number one. Okay, so three things that made me a better songwriter. That's the question.
sure.
Okay, or is it something, or can we say something else, like maybe a
Well,
better
that's the
person?
best part of this question that I like doing is it's whatever you want. So it could be personal life, it could be musicianship. It's whatever you want. So it's cool to see people's like random responses.
Which one do you guys want to take it first?
I don't know. I'm stumping myself here. I'm freezing myself up.
I don't know. I mean, like honestly, one of the best things I ever did for myself was buy a loop pedal and
Oh
just
yeah.
like being able to just like erase and make new things and it not feel like there is any like weight behind it was a pretty freeing thing as like a young guitar player and just like a musician in general. And then like as I got older, buying, well, not buying, but like I guess buying in a way, but getting Ableton and like learning how to like record in that way, which is like kind of something that I brought a lot of the loop pedals to. So like, you know, a lot of the way that I write music is it's like very centered in that loop bass kind of feeling where I kind of just kind of repeat a lot of stuff
Mhm.
until it feels right. Um, and yeah, I think that that's due to me buying like a shit. What was my first loop pedal? Not a DL4.
Was it
The
like a boss
RC20,
pedal?
the boss one,
What would you say?
the RC20 or whatever it is, the boss one.
No, 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 no. Oh, fuck, why am I blanking on it? Um, man, I can't remember what it was.
I'd assume
I've
it's
had
like
so
the
many
boss
fucking
one.
pedals. No, I never had that
Huh?
boss one.
Crazy.
I think it was like an Electro Harmonics pedal, but that's also what I have recently, 720. Man, I've had a couple. I gotta think about that. Now I'm really pissed. I'm like, I can't remember it. Now I sound like I'm lying, but it's the truth of the thing.
Can't
Yeah.
trust you anymore. Gotta get that evidence, dude.
No, it's like I
You
mean I
can't be
got,
lying to me.
you know, I got these guys right here. Wait, I don't have any on me right now, but this is what I'm currently working with.
Oh man, it's just right there.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got my
here. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's the Zoom is taunting me with 3 minutes. So Kev, you want to
Okay.
go?
I think like the obvious answer would be to go like to say like Sonic Youth changed my playing, which it like did. But I think as far as like songwriting and like how I like envision music and what I like think is possible in music, I think listening to the Microphones and
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and Mount Erie was like the thing that kind of just opened up things more than anything else. So he does like so much to like blend like all kinds of different things. Every record kind of sounds different, or like most of them at least. And he like he really uses like the full effect of the studio to bring home like every kind of like emotional change in songs, and he uses his voice for like a bunch of different I don't know emotive things. And I think hearing those records also like they're made mostly by one person, um, really like transports you to a world, and it's like big but it's intimate and stuff. And so I don't know, his ability to like keep redefining what his songs can be. I think that's what it was for me.
Awesome. And then Drew, I'm sorry, you got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's see what you come up
Oh,
with.
it's okay.
he's good at under pressure stuff. You had a gun point at him.
Dun
Yeah,
dun 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 dun.
Yeah, just say
yeah.
like super.
Yeah, number one, getting a gun pointed at me, definitely influenced by music making. Um, so I think, yeah, I would agree with Nick, like a loop pedal, that was probably like for me, it was a DL4. That was like probably one of the most
Mm,
like formative instruments that I've ever had. Like yeah, just like looping and iterating, like yeah, it was definitely a gateway to like kind of composing, with like actual music software and things like that. A record, uh even if it sounds cliche, it's like Velvet Underground and Nico when I was like 14. Like that was definitely something that got me out of, or maybe no, probably like 13, like got me out of like listening to like bad music, and it's kind of a gateway to kind of like exploring other, more interesting art. Uh,
mhm.
and there's this book called Thinking Fast and Slow. And it's actually like a book that's like about decision making. But it kind of like goes into the two parts of your brain. There's like the fast side, which is just like what you use like every day, and then the slow side, which is like you have to be very deliberate, and that's how you like train your brain to learn new things. Once you build, once you work on something enough to build up the slow side, it kind of moves over to the fast side, so
Yeah,
then be lazy. It's like how humans have grown. And so yeah, I would say that book was formative to understand like how to kind of like learn to get better with music.
okay, awesome. Well, fuck you, Zoom, with the less than 1 minute. Thank you for that, corporate. Uh, thank you all so much for making this happen. This was an awesome chat. I need to go super fast. If you guys are ever in Atlanta, I'm gonna take you to the best burger spot, and we're all gonna get double doubles. Okay?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
All right.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.